Hello everybody, I'm Spud Gunn and welcome back to some more TerraFirmaPunk 2.0. Now, since the last episode, Nemson's been working on building a spawner, a mob trap, a mob farm, whatever you want to call it, out of the pig spawners, the zombie pigman spawners that are in the airship, balloon ship thing, just behind me over there. And it's working pretty good. We're getting some drops, some reward bags, and quite a lot of gold, nuggets mainly, but sometimes ingots, and you can turn these nuggets into ingots. So we basically have an infinite amount of vanilla gold. We'll show you some more on the spawner in the next episode, but in this episode I just wanted to work on some stuff that will help us advance a bit quicker and help us get some more resources. So this mainly came from the idea of I thought of putting a hopper in the spawner to collect some drops, and the easiest one to make looks like this vacuum hopper, apart from this whole infernal slabs thing. Doesn't seem to, well, we'd have to get up to the Iron Age, I suppose, which is quite hard. But it seems, at the moment, that seems like the best option. Maybe a normal hopper will do it, actually. But I wanted to try and get this this vacuum hopper, so I was looking at how do we get Eyes of Ender. We need Ender Pearls and a Blaze Rod. I think we've already got one Ender Pearl. A Blaze Powder you can actually get in a crusher. Don't know how to make that thing. You can actually get it in an Nihilo sieve, and you get tons of stuff. Voltaic dust, no idea. Magneticraft stuff, redstone, which is always good, diamond dust, glowstone, bone meal, quartz dust, zinc, obsidian, tungsten, sulfur, blaze powder, sulfur dust, and graphite. So I'm thinking, and actually if you use different types of, like if you use sand you get different things, I believe. Or does that not work? Yes. Oh, baby. Gold, native copper, redstone, lead, gold, copper, dust, bismuth, galena, hematite, iron dust. I'm about to get hit by a zombie. No, I didn't. So, iron dust and hematite powder. Iron... Why have I got a potato? Iron dust. Please type. Okay. Uses. No. Uses. What can we do? We can make a buckshot cartridge. Okay. Arc furnace ores. So, using charcoal and flux, which are really easy to get early game materials, we can actually make iron. How do we make an arc furnace? Because this actually might be a really good tech way, kind of early game way of getting to iron, easier than the normal TerraFirmaCraft way. Where is the arc furnace? Arc fur? Okay. Furnace? Maybe? Blast furnace, brick furnace, blast furnace, electric furnace. Might have to, yeah, grinder gets iron grit. There is a way of getting iron. I don't know, arc furnace. I don't see that anywhere. But it'll be worth actually trying to get this ex nihilo stuff, because it's basically like a gateway to a whole bunch of other stuff. I wanted to type gravel, not gar something. Gravel. Let's see what we get from sifting gravel. Can we sift gravel? That's normal Minecraft gravel. Next. Aha. Uses. Whoa. Red pipe wire repeater circuits, iron nuggets, bismuth pebbles, a brass lantern core. Seriously? Lignite, copper. This has to be done. Seriously. You get money from it. Gears, bones, saltpeter, Gypsum, magnetite. Yes. Yes, we are doing this. Because yeah, we can actually get tons of materials just from making this Nihilo sieve. So what I'm going to do is I've already made a gold hammer. You can use that 2 regular gold ingots and some sticks, gets you an Nihilo gold hammer. And you basically just use that to make dust using sand. That's going to get you sand. I mean dust, even. So I would recommend going to a beach and just demolishing it. That would be a good idea. Or go and pick up some gravel. Now we should have some gravel somewhere. I think there's tons in this chest actually. Not tons. But we can also use sand, gravel and dust. So good stuff. Now let's get on to making the sieve. So we can make oak, spruce, birch, jungle, or dark oak, which is actually hickory. Oak's quite easy because we've got oak on this. I've already got the planks and the sticks. We just need to make silk mesh, which is 9 string, so we need 18 string. I believe we have TFC. No, we have Minecraft string. Okay. Cool, so we can get that. We just need 7 more pieces of string. I apologise if you hear some strange noises. My cat is currently trying to destroy my shoes. She likes shoes. I don't know why, but she does. So, stop it. So, we are going to go try and get some string, and we'll have this set up and running. We don't have a spider spawner anywhere nearby, I don't think, so I'm going to go search around. Also, got these, this giant sword. Got this giant sword in a loot bag, which came from the actual spawner. So you can get some amazing stuff. Best to use a looting sword. We've kind of tried that a little bit. Steel leaf looting sword, which we got... Whoa, you jump. Which I got from a reward bag, but yeah, the durability on it is really bad. It hasn't lasted very long. So it is also worth looking at enchants. Enchanting table. We can get that with some gems, and we'll need obsidian. How do we get obsidian? How do you ask? Using a rock crusher, and we get obsidian dust. So we might be able to use that for something. Rock crusher. How do we... Whoa, okay. Flint, wrought iron, double ingot. That's, yeah. Okay. But I think this Nihilo sieve is going to be the first step towards getting enchanting stuff, and also other things like tons of ores and redstone and stuff like that. So I'm going to go find myself some spiders, and we'll be back once I've got some more string. Okay, I think I should have enough string. I just came across a infernal spider called Spineless. See what we get from him. If anything. Boats hit you, by the way. That's a strange thing that happens in this. What did we get? So we got 9 string. We can make the mesh. We got a bottle of water. Yay, that was totally worth the effort. Cool. So 4 oak planks, 2 stick. I need sticks. Seriously. How do I get a stick? Ooh, that's useful. Okay, so sort. And where's my hammer? Do I have a hammer? No. Hammer. Seriously, no one has a hammer? At all? Okay, we're gonna have to make one. Right. that back. We got 1 stick. Now we can get 3 sticks. Whoa, okay, lots of sticks. Sweet. So, what was I making? Oh yeah, the sieve. 2 sticks, 4 planks, and 2 mesh gives us the oak sieve from Nihilo. Don't know where I'm going to put this because there's not a whole lot of space in here. We can do it there for now. So, this is about to get pretty crazy with the inventory. I want to move this table. And we'll put that just there. And actually, what would be better, a chest or 2 barrels? I think 2 barrels would be better. We can make a chest to double that one out. No, not like that, we can't. Actually, no, we can just make 2 little chests. Let's do it. Probably is not going to be enough storage for all this mess. Can we open that? Yes, we can. Alright, so let's get started, see what we get. Probably not a whole lot to start with. I'm going to empty my inventory so we know exactly what we get. Pretty sure my cat's about to do a poo, so it's going to get nice and stinky in here. Because unfortunately my office is right next to where the cat poos. Yep. Cool. I think... Oh, what was the... There is a machine that actually does this automatically, but I can't remember. I don't think we've got that mod in here, actually. Something would be nice. Okay, so far, tungsten dust, zinc dust, and bone meal. Let's try some gravel. Drop rate is not amazing, but I can understand why, because you can get some amazing stuff from this. What was that? A teapot. Okay. Teapot, some gold nuggets. Ooh, that stinks. Alright, what else do we get? Cinnabar, which is redstone. A farthing, which is currency, apparently. And native copper, which is regular, and hematite. So, this is good. This is really profitable. Let's put all that stuff in there. And let's do some sand. So yeah, I don't really want to show the spawner in this episode because we'll be doing that in the next one. And it's not really my thing. I helped out a little bit, but it was mostly Nemson that was doing it, so I'll leave it till when we're recording as a group. I just thought I'd do a quick little solo episode to try and progress a little bit and do some stuff. So I just felt like playing, really. Okay, got a nugget that time. 10 units and iron dust. So I'm gonna have to go and start digging up some gravel. I also really want to make a bow or something to hit the zombie pigmen with. I was thinking of making a snow golem and then using snowballs to hit the zombie pigmen so they come and fall down the things. It's basically just a drop trap. I don't know if there's a second way of making snow though. Snowballs. Centrifuge from frozen combs. Rock crushing ice. Will you stop it? Rock crushing ice would probably be the easiest way, or just go and explore, find some snow. Seriously, this cat is freaking crazy. Just does not stop. Only has 2 modes. On, which is crazy mode, and off. Yep, I'm talking about you. It's currently trying to climb the wall to eat my jacket. Fun times. Okay, let's take a look at what we got from that. So, bismuth, gold, some hematite powder, which is only really useful for dye, I believe. You can make pipe wire as well, and hardened clay, and whatever the hell that thing is. Cool, and iron dust and copper. And galena, I think. Yes. Cool, let's throw all that stuff in there. And actually, what are the uses of iron dust? I know I've already looked at this, but I want to look again. Gunpowder and iron makes buckshot. That's cool. Blast furnace. You cook iron dust. And you get raw iron, TFC raw iron. Aha! What kind of blast furnace is that, though? I believe that's probably Magneticraft or something. Nope. Blast. This one? No. Maybe Railcraft. Reinforced blast brick. Wait, what mod is that from? Magneticraft. But there's no Magneticraft blast furnace, so it must be a different one. Maybe this? Nope. Maybe this. Okay. Let's take a quick look again. What kind of blast furnace is that? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to ask One Wolf which blast furnace that is, but I'm guessing... immersive engineering slag comes out of it, so I'm guessing that's an immersive engineering blast furnace. Let's check. Immersive... See if there's a book that will tell us how to actually make stuff on this. There is Engineer's Manual, which is a lever and a book. Okay, let's make a that. Got books. I need that. Lever, book, immersive engineering. Let's eat something because this thing is really annoying. Okay, let's take a quick look, see if we can figure out how to build that thing. Metal constructions, multi-block constructions. Okay, multi-block constructions, light engineering, heavy engineering block. Where's my Allen red? Is that it? Surely there's a blast furnace one. Metal barrel. Sheet metal block. Doesn't seem... Tanks and silos. Nope. Power, wires, generate tools and simple machine. External item router, jerrycan engine, toolbox. Rail gun. Holy crap. Heavy machinery. Arc furnace, there we go. Improved blast furnace. You need steel. Crap. Whoa, that's big. So 3 by 3 by 3, I'm guessing. Can we just cook this in here? I wonder. No, it won't even go in there. Furnace. How do we make brick furnace? Okay. Seems like we can't actually make iron until we get to the iron stage, which is kind of expected. But we'll see. We'll ask one more next time if there's any other way of turning that into some good stuff. But we got some good stuff anyway. Infinite amounts of copper and easy way to get it. So I'm going to do a bit more grinding with the X Nihilo stuff. I'm going to check to see if I can remember that automated machine that will basically just punch these things. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to make a hopper anytime soon. We did get iron dust and iron nuggets, which we can turn into vanilla iron. We can use this dust to make pig iron ingots, but then we need an arc furnace, which that's not going to happen. Uses for powdered iron, or no, we can't even put that into an ingot. That sucks. Okay. Let me just go on that again. This one, this one, this one, this one. How do we get an ingot? Arc furnace or arc furnace? Seems is the only cheaty way, kind of cheaty way to make iron, or pig iron actually, because you need pig iron to make the thing, which is, I believe, on the way to steel, halfway towards steel. Or is it just iron? I cannot remember. No, I think it's steel, yeah. So, that's going to be a long time, because if you look at the arc furnace, which is in here, holy crap. Steel vat topped by electrodes, which heat up metal. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need steel for that, or at least iron, to get that, so... yeah. That is not going to happen. Not for a long time. So, not going to be able to make a hopper. This one, vacuum hopper, requires a hopper anyway, so... which is annoying. Unless we can get a drop of a hopper, I don't think we're going to be able to make that, which kind of sucks. Or that it's possible there's some other thing that acts like a hopper, but I cannot find it. I've looked through this. Cannot find anything like that, so... apart from pipes, maybe pipes will do it. Let me know if there's a pipe from Buildcraft that will actually pick up items like a hopper would. I don't think there is. Anyway, it's not the most important thing. We can still get the drops from the mob farm. I just thought it would be a cool addition to it. So anyway, let's go through all the stuff that I've got from X Nihiloing. We've got copper, hematite, cinnabar, iron nuggets, copper nuggets, galena, smaller copper and gold, bismuth. Flint was from the gravel, so I just threw that in there. We got lead, galena, which is lead anyway. Bone meal, gold nuggets, hematite powder, redstone, copper dust, tungsten dust, zinc dust, lead dust, iron dust, gold dust, diamond dust, yeah, obsidian dust. I want to know what do we use quartz dust for? File cartridge. Not a whole lot. Obsidian dust. Seems you just use that in the roller machine. There is no other recipes for it to make. What was that? What was it making? Reinforced rails. Copper dust. I think we can actually cook that into, like, turn it into one of these things and just cook that. Yeah, and make a copper ingot, which is cool if we get a lot of that. Tungsten. Makes tungsten. in an arc furnace. Of course in an arc furnace, why not? Zinc, we can make tin. A TerraFirmaPunk tin? I did not know that existed. What is that used for? To make a trapdoor. Okay. Make stuff, like probably like lanterns and things. Lead, iron, gold. Yeah, we have no other choice other than to use a blast furnace or an arc furnace. It would be nice to get a blast furnace, but I believe that is way beyond our capabilities, because we need steel to make the blast furnace, which is kind of stupid. We need steel to make steel, or steel to make iron. We're going to have to do it the regular TerraFirmaCraft way. We got some black bronze links and some iron links for making chain armor. I wonder, can I smelt that down? It would be nice if I could smelt that down. Got some brushes, some red pipe wire, repeater circuits, comparator circuits, tallow candles, some copper arrowheads, a flower pot, more brushes, some money, threepenny bits, half pennies, shillings. We got a brass cogwheel. We got some musket balls, a gear from Misk, bones, bricks, teapot. Very British. We have a teapot. And blaze powder and some poignard blades, which I'm actually going to use right now. I'm going to turn one of those into a weapon. It's pretty cool that we get 3 weapons from this. How do I make? Oh, I need feathers. Do we have feathers? We do. So I can actually make some arrowheads. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we can use these poignards that we get from here to actually kill the things in the mob farm, which is pretty good. It would be nice if we could actually get looting on them, but it seems that is not going to happen anytime soon. We need enchanting table, and enchanting table is just crazy. No way we're making that. Enchanting table needs obsidian, and I don't actually know how we're going to get obsidian. I think it's going to have to be mined somehow, because there doesn't seem to be a recipe for it. Obsidian slabs, which you need obsidian to make. Created obsidian, which, yeah. Doesn't seem to be a recipe to make obsidian. Maybe there's a different way. Aha! That's how. Basalt bricks. Bookshelves and 6 gems. We should... See, I got a gem from a quest. I know I did. Put it in here somewhere. There's his ender pearl. Could make a blaze rod. An eye of ender because we got blaze powder. Yeah, we got 4. We need 2 more of those, and we can actually make an enchanting table. Oh my god. And we can upgrade it to a flawless one. Exquisite one. So, if we had... How many of these do we need? We might actually be able to get... yeah, we need tons. So, if we get 2 more regular jewels, we'll be able to make an enchanted table, as long as we can find some basalt, which is not so easy. Let me see. I know I'm sorry that I'm just looking through NEI all the time, but it is kind of needed. Is there any way of actually crafting? Oh, you need basalt gravel to get that. Ah, and if you crush that, you can get a crushed obsidian, which you can use to make obsidian, maybe? Or is that too much? Thermionic fabricator. No, you can't use that to make that. Is there any other way? Can we get basalt cobblestone? Yeah, so we'd actually have to find basalt somewhere. But that's not so much of a problem. Anyway. What shall we do next? I was really hoping to make a hopper or get towards making an enchanting table, but it seems that's not going to happen. Topaz. Yeah. So I'm going to take a quick break to just think about if there's anything else we can do in this episode, and I will be back in a second. Actually, what can we use quartz for? Nothing special. Cool. I will be back in a second. Okay, one last thing. I did notice that if we sift soul sand, we can get nether wart. If we can get nether wart, then we can start growing it on the soul sand. We have 4 pieces. One of these are mine, so I'm going to take one. And I'm going to sift that in the hope that we can get some nether wart from it. Please? No, just quartz. Okay, so that was a fail, but maybe there is another way of getting nether wart. Let's have a quick look. Yes. Red mushrooms, hematite, and a jar of blood. So there is other ways of getting it. It's not the end of the world. How do we get jar of blood? We need meat stroganoff. Weird. Bucket of blood. How do we get a bucket of blood? I don't know. Anyway, that is unfortunately all we got time for. I was hoping to make a hopper or something, or progress towards an enchanted table, but I think we've made some decent progress. We've got some pretty cool stuff out of this, and it was nice to just mess around, see what we can get. We've basically got an unlimited amount of copper now, and other things. So, that is all we got time for in this episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay tuned for the next one. We will probably be doing stuff with the mob spawner, improving it a little bit, and just playing around. So, thanks for watching as always, guys, and I will see you in the next one.